So today I wanted to talk about tablets in the music industry. Up until now, I've tried to avoid tablets for the main reason that you've got to, if you want them to be in sync with everything, you're going to have to use a USB cable, and then taking the audio out of them is increasingly becoming harder and harder. Manufacturers are removing headphone jacks, and everything is expected to be done over USB. And up until this point, I wouldn't have added a tablet into my setup purely because I'm trying to get away from screens, and kind of defeats the object of being doorless if you've got loads of screens around you. So I had an idea after reading some stuff about the Digitakt's features that I might just be able to plug the tablet straight in to the Digitakt. So I've got this cable, which is just a standard square one that you do get with your Elektron, but this is a different one. And I think it's called an OTG cable or a camera kit cable. So all I'm going to do is plug that camera cable into the laptop, USB on the other side, and then get the Digitakt and plug in the USB. Done. Next, if I hit play, you can see I'm playing slices. So if we just we'll copy this pattern and we'll paste it there. Now the way I've done this is that's all normal, and then this is the MIDI channel. So it is on channel 10, and that's all I've set. If you put it in keyboard mode, you can play the slices. Now I'm going to show you how to do this. The only thing that you need from the Digitakt is if you go to system routing, USB config, and make sure that it's on audio/MIDI, so the bottom one. That's all the setup that needs to happen on the Digitakt. This program is called Koala, by the way. Next we're going to find a loop. I did some sampling the other day, so I've got quite a few audio clips. Actually, that one was probably alright. Let's take that. So if you click that and you go to edit, we can quickly go and we will crop that. Make sure it starts from a good place. Let's crop it again. Now let's chop it. So I'm just adding in chops where I think they should be. Bit hard doing this when I'm leaning over a camera, but not difficult when you're sat there with it. It really isn't. Right. So now we've got our chops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now all you have to do is go to settings, MIDI, map, and literally say, right, that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5, that's 6, that's 7, and that's 8. Press stop mapping, if you can hit it. There we go. Now when you're chopping this, you should put them on choke. I forgot to do that, so now I've got to do it individually. But you'll be able to do this as you chop it. So now they're all on one. They're all in the same choke group, which means they're going to cancel each other out. So now let's play the beat. And before we do, that snare was terrible, let's change it. Okay, we're cool. Go back onto our channel, make sure we've got nothing there because we're going to record again. Just find something good while it's playing, and then we'll record it in. Okay, and what else also like about this, if you want to pitch up the sample, you can do it with effects, and you can put the effects on hold. So let's give ourselves a little count in. 2 bars, job done. Now that has to be the worst sounding cuts I've ever heard. So let's try and do something creative with it, see what else there is. But as you can see, we're now sequencing Koala. And let's try and get something good. It's just simple. Like once you've set it up with the MIDI, the best thing to do, if you don't like the sample, is just get rid of them all like that, because you've still got the MIDI mapping. So now we can just try a different bit of audio. Just trying to find something that's good to cut up. That's probably pretty good. Cool. So remember, put this on choke. Go to chop. Oh, you can put it on choke here. There we go. Now you know it's going to do it. Pull down the lazy chops. Do your own. We'll have that. We'll have that. We'll have that. That can go there. We'll have one there. And we'll have one there. And then I'm not going to ignore the last bit. Okay, let's get something done. Make that last sound louder. So obviously you can make all the sounds louder themselves. And you can pitch them all up individually. I just prefer to hold it and do it with the effects. Obviously you get all the other effects here, like filter. Now I'm not sure if I've got it set up anymore, but I did have a filter set up on here, so you can turn the knob and it will control filter. I can't remember how I did it now, but I think it's on a CC. Right, so the beauty of this is because it's sequenced in the Digitakt, this now lives as a pattern. So if I copy this pattern and I paste it there, and I get rid of this, now we can do another section, and then we can chain them. Except that I got rid of the kick, so let's copy that again. Alright, now clear this, and now we'll re-record. We'll find some other cuts. Okay, let's try that. Now obviously you can't really treat it in a Digitakt as well as you'd like, so it might be a good idea to high pass it, add some reverb, maybe compress it. And then you can put bass line underneath it. I've already got one here though. I just can't hear it because it's very quiet. It makes it really easy to do a tune. This one might get saved. That's it. As well as using it for that, I have also been using the tablet for this. If you're making drums, really handy to be able to see what you're doing, and you can zoom in and zoom out of that. That's great. And then this guy, a spectrum analyzer. No need for an NTS2 now. You can put this at a marker 64 and then you can aim to hit it. You can slow this down. You can zoom in to the target area. Can you see these blue things? Might be going a bit fast when it's zoomed in. But this is 1, 2, 3 and 59. So I'm guessing it goes from 1, 2, 3 to 59 on the pitch drop of the kit. If I slow that down, see the range is higher. Just really useful. I use this in Ableton all the time. Now having the ability to use it on a tablet when I'm sat down is brilliant. I'm looking for a drum tuner. If anyone can find one that's really good for transients, actually telling you the same note every single time. But that's it. If we go back to Koala, now in Koala you've got banks, so we can go into bank B now. And you can set the MIDI channel accordingly. So this one, we have channel 10, and all we would do on here is map these up an octave. So if we went to that, let's go up one. And now, go into settings, MIDI map, and bang, bang. No, you're not going to do it for me. Oh, and somehow I haven't got it set up. Yep, there we go. You have to activate that onto channel 10, but once you're done, you can have this, and now, here we are. That's it. And stop mapping. So now you can see that I'm triggering these, and if I go down, I'm triggering bank A. So you've got 4 banks of this to chop up, and essentially when you're using a bank, it's just like the MPC workflow, you're only using one channel, one MIDI channel. None of them are being used. So all in all, excellent. Tablet was about 60 quid. It's nothing special. It's really slow and really crap, to be honest. Even playing videos on YouTube, it struggles. We just struggle. It doesn't struggle to play the video, but it struggles to sort of get there sometimes. But for audio applications, this thing feels like a beast. Highly recommend it if you've got a little crappy tablet lying around. As long as you can get the application for it, the Koala app, which is reasonably cheap. I think it's like £4, and then to get the update, which sort of takes you to this level, it's about £7. So it's about a tenner all in. Yeah, really good, highly recommended. As long as you've got something to prop it up on the back. What I'm doing is I'm propping it up on the MIDI cable that's coming out of it and my speaker stand. Seems to work fine for now. But it also looks great. I'll leave it there. Thanks for your time, guys. Like and subscribe. Hopefully I'll do more.